An 86-year-old great-grandmother was crowned Miss Holocaust Survivor on Tuesday in an annual Israeli beauty pageant designed to honor women who endured the horrors of the Nazi genocide. 10 contestants, ranging in age from 79 to 90, dressed to the nines and with full hair and makeup, walked the catwalk in Jerusalem. Organizers of the contest, which was canceled last year due to the coronavirus pandemic, say it bestows glamour and respect on a dwindling number of Jewish women whose youth was stolen during World War II, but who went on to build new lives in Israel. Contestant Cuca Palmon, who survived a massacre in her native Romania, lives to tell her story.
What I went through as a Holocaust survivor, I would never dream that I can get to this position with an extensive family where I have 2 kids, 4 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. And I am here in this great age, 87. This is a godly thing. It is indescribable.
Tuesday's winner, Selina Steinfeld, was also born in Romania, where she survived Nazi attacks before moving to Israel in 1948. Other contestants included a woman born in Yugoslavia who survived a concentration camp in modern-day Croatia. Some critics and survivors worry the event cheapens the memory of the 6 million Jews killed by the Nazis. One woman, whose grandmother competed on Tuesday, disputed that point of view, arguing that the contestants, quote, deserve that everyone see how much beauty there is in these women who went through such horror.
Because of this delegation, New Hampshire and America are moving again.
Fresh from signing the bipartisan infrastructure bill into law, U.S. President Joe Biden on Tuesday traveled to New Hampshire, a key state in next year's midterm elections, where he spoke from the NH 175 bridge, one of many in need of repair.
This may not seem like a big bridge, but it saves lives and solves problems. And right now there are 215 bridges in your state. 215 bridges deemed structurally unsafe in New Hampshire alone.
Biden and fellow Democrats are betting that bipartisan progress on popular policies like infrastructure spending and job creation can win over voters in the face of slumping polls.
You know, let me tell you, the infrastructure law signed yesterday, and this is not hyperbole, would not have been possible without this delegation. That's a fact.
To that end, Biden gave a boost to the New Hampshire Democrats who helped make the bill happen. In particular, Senator Maggie Hassan, who is up for re-election in 2022 and could face a close race, some analysts say.
Maggie, you did one hell of a job. Because, folks, you should know that Maggie was a key player in every aspect of this law.
New Hampshire is also home to 2 congressional contests for positions now held by Democrats in a midterm where the party can afford barely any losses. Biden's approval rating in New Hampshire, which he carried by 7.4 percentage points in 2020, is around 44%, according to the latest statewide poll conducted in October by St. Anselm College. Biden travels to Detroit on Wednesday, and Vice President Kamala Harris visits Columbus, Ohio on Friday to tout the package in an effort to hammer home the message that Democrats delivered on their promises.
Dr. Anthony Fauci on Tuesday said the U.S. could move beyond the COVID-19 health emergency next year if the U.S. ramps up vaccination rates and those who are already vaccinated get their booster shots.
Look what other countries are doing now about adopting a booster campaign virtually for everybody. I think if we do that and we do it in earnest, I think by the spring we can have a pretty good control of this.
In an interview at the Reuters Total Health Conference, Fauci said there is a range of opinion as to what is considered under control, but he disagrees with those who argue that it is time to start learning to live with the virus. He says current case levels are too high.
But I don't want to sit back when we have 70 to 85,000 new infections a day and say, oh, well, we can't do any better than that. Let's just live with that. Sorry, that's not where we want to be.
Fauci says the key to controlling the virus is booster shots, currently available at least 6 months after completing prior vaccination for at-risk groups, though some states and New York City have expanded boosters to most adults. While the pandemic phase of COVID may end soon, experts believe the virus will not be eliminated and will likely become endemic, meaning it will always be present, like the flu or chickenpox. To reach that goal, Fauci says more Americans need to roll up their sleeves.
For me, endemicity means a lot of more people get vaccinated, a lot more people get boosted. And although you don't eliminate or eradicate, that infection is not dominating your life.
The Reuters Total Health Conference runs virtually through November 18th.
Pretty early on, me and other people from Asian background, there was comments such as, "You lot sit over there near the toilets," elephant washers, the word "paki" was used constantly, and there just seems to be an acceptance in the institution from the leaders, and no one ever stamped it out. It's clear the problem's there. Everyone's known it for a very long time. I think it's been an open secret. It's been, as I've seen over the last 15 months, if you speak out, your life's going to be made hell. And there's no doubt my life. I mean, I sat in front of national TV and talked about the dark places this whole episode got me into. And what's happened since then? Denial, briefings, cover-ups, smearing. End of 2017, we had a really difficult pregnancy. And through that time, the treatment that I received from some of the club officials was inhuman. They weren't really bothered about the fact that I was at training one day and I get a phone call to say there's no heartbeat. Sorry. I should have never ever been treated the way I got treated. When I spoke, I should have been listened to. But Yorkshire County Cricket Club and the game as a whole really has a problem in listening to the victim, and it's been gaslighting. It's been but there is no but to racism. There is no two sides to a story when it comes to racism.
Turkish authorities have arrested a man in connection with the July assassination of Haitian President Jovenel Moïse, Haiti's Foreign Minister Claude Joseph said late on Monday. The 53-year-old former businessman Moïse, who took office in 2017, was shot dead at his private residence, and his wife was wounded in the attack. A group of Colombian mercenaries emerged as the main suspects, though nobody's been charged or convicted in connection with the case. Joseph said on Twitter that he'd thanked Turkey for the arrest of Samir Handel, whom he called, quote, one of the persons of great interest in the investigation. Turkish media reported on Tuesday that Handel, who was being sought with an Interpol red notice, was detained at Istanbul airport by authorities. The arrest came as he was flying transit from the United States to Jordan. Turkey's Interior Ministry did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the matter.